Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to do a end of week portfolio update. So as you can see here, since I started putting money back into the account around May 21st, about not even 2 months ago, we're up $1,178. Over the last week or so, we had quite a little bit of a drawdown. We were at $13,000 and then had about $1,000 drawdown almost in profits, and have been able to recoup quite a bit of that. A lot of that was due to crypto moving over the last 2 days, which is good. So let's go ahead and dive in. So still feel like the market is a little overextended at these levels. I haven't really been adding too much exposure. I actually closed a couple positions today, and I'll get into that once we get back to the Robinhood account. But still a believer that eventually we're going to come back and test these previous all-time highs here on the S&P 500. Same thing with the Nasdaq. I still think we're going to come back and test this area, this little pocket here, these two green lines. I think is going to be a good buying opportunity, or at least an area where I would definitely put some money to work on some positions. For the current position I'm holding, so I'm still holding my Tesla position. My average cost basis on this position is $313.66. So I'm just down about $11. We're finally about to hopefully go green on this position, but we'll see. I didn't add aggressively to it, and the only reason I didn't is because of where the market's at right now. If the market starts to roll over heavily, I think all stocks are going to roll over. So I do think that there could be more downside. You can see this nice trend line here. I think that if we can get up here and test and consolidate around maybe this like 330 level, we could break and maybe move back toward testing this like 365 area. The Amazon chart looks good. I'm not increasing more exposure to this. I'd like to see it maybe get back toward all-time highs up here and around this 240 level, but that might be a little bit of a stretch before we see maybe a pullback on the name as well. Same thing with Google. It's been fighting this 181. You can see here. It acted as support, then it broke, so now it's resistance, resistance, resistance. So once it gets above this 181 level and then holds, it could come up and at least fill this gap here. There's a nice gap around this 192 to 200 level. So there could be some upside still left here for sure. AMD still not touching the position at all right now. I'm gonna leave it be. My average fills. Let me go back here and just show you. So the AMD position is currently at my average cost is 118.38. I own 14 shares and I'm up about 390 on it. From looking at the chart, I shouldn't have been so stingy, and I should have added here on this 133 dip. You can see this green level at 133 I actually had a limit order there. But when the market started, or when AMD started to bounce the other day, I just pulled them because I said, well, if it's going to come back down here again, I'm not going to mess with it. So I let it be. The one position that has been causing me quite a bit of pain lately, I'm currently down, let's see how much, I think about like $370. So nothing significant, but when you have a small portfolio, this can be, derail it a little bit for sure. And I'm down 17%. 1740 is my average cost. I did buy 25 shares today. You can see that here. Let's see here. Where's it at? I had bought an option contract by mistake, so I closed that out. So that's what you see here. So I bought 25 shares at $14.91 today. So I bought them right around somewhere in here. The reason why I got a little bit more interested in possibly continuing to add to this position was that Oscar, this anchored VWAP from its all-time low around, what is this, 27th of December of 22, so basically around the same time the market bottomed from the bear market in October of 22. It's been coming down. It only broke and was below this anchor VWAP for a little while back in April, and then in May started to get back above, and it's been above. So let's see if this 1435 level can hold. If it can hold, possibly we could see a bounce, maybe fill some of these gaps around this 17. This is a massive gap here. This is like a $3 gap, which is pretty big. I do suspect that it could get filled in the next few months, but there could be more downside. Potentially we could see this gray box. I've had this kind of highlighted here for a long time. It was kind of bottoming out here, coming up, testing, and then finally broke through. It got close to retesting when the market sold off in April, but it never got down here. So there is a chance that there's still a lot more pain ahead. There could be another $5 worth. But I like the chart overall. I think that from a fundamental standpoint, the company is doing well, earnings are growing, so I'm not really overall concerned about it. Getting into my crypto position, so I can go back here and show you. So the Ethereum average is $2,489. So I bought it somewhere, I think here, 2000. I think I bought it on this push up here, if I'm not mistaken. So I own one Ethereum right now, and I am currently up $474. So 19, almost 20%. The chart looks great. The reason why I bought it was it came down, hit this anchored VWAP from the April low. I also had an anchored VWAP from the all-time high going back to November of 21. It's above that. It's above the anchored VWAP from December of 24. All of this is saying that the price action, overall buyers are in control, that buyers were accumulating all in this little area here. And all we needed to do was get above this prior resistance. You can see these two green lines if I zoom out more. This 2850 to 2814. Reason why I had those, look at all of these tests at these levels. So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even here 9, 10. These are real. This was a really strong level here that if the market could push above and get through, there was a good chance that we could break and move toward all-time high. So I still think that we can get up here to this 3,900 maybe by the end of the year. So we'll see how it goes. As far as my crypto position, my other one, so I did buy some Ripple. My average position on this is $2.32. So I bought it. I bought it a little bit before this breakout. I've been having some good luck buying prior to the breakout. So let's see here. So it would have been somewhere around, I think I actually bought it on, maybe on this candle here on the 3rd. I don't remember the exact date. But I knew it was getting coiled here. Once again, I've been really big on these anchored VWAPs for the last few months, and they've been doing really well for me. Anchored VWAP from April, the April low, from this low above, consolidating really well. And then you saw when Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos took off the other day, had a really nice rally. So we'll continue to hold this position. I think this also can get back up here into this $3.41 level. And then possibly higher. These are the crypto plays will be long-term holds, so I'm not planning to get rid of them. As far as my last position, the only thing that I have going right now is a SMH, which is the semiconductor ETF. So it's like predominantly NVIDIA, Taiwanese Semiconductor, and then Broadcom are like the biggest weights. Kind of a contrarian trade to take this trade right now with market at all-time highs. Semiconductor super strong, but I liked the chart and I liked what I saw. So I opened this position. So I'm in a 285 to 65 put spread. So I'm essentially betting that by, when did I expiration date? So by August 15th, that in order to make money on this position, I need the SMH to be at least below 278. So if we look at the chart here, 278 sits right around here. So right at the beginning of the week is where we're at basically. I need it to basically be below that to make money. Really where I would like to see this go is to fill some of these gaps. There's a little bit of a gap here. There's a gap here. So anywhere in here is where I'm looking to possibly take profits on it. The other reason why I took it as just a potential hedge. So I'm essentially betting that if the market pulls back, that is going to hedge and provide profit for my stocks that will go down as the market goes down. So, but that's it as far as right now with all my positions. We'll see what next week brings, and we'll see how the market does overall. I would not be chasing prices at these levels unless the position is super, super undervalued, or the chart isn't near, all-time highs. So that's pretty much it, guys. We'll see what next week brings, and I'll do another video probably midweek to see where the account's at.